What's going on YouTube? Papi Larock from Larocks Cooking Adventures, and today we're going to do a pan-seared chicken with fresh veggies. Alright, here we have our airline chicken breast. If you don't know how to break a chicken, we have a video on that as well. 8-piece chicken demonstration that I did before on Larocks Cooking Adventures. Like for that one, huh? We got fresh herbs, thyme, rosemary, a little bit of garlic, 2 tablespoons of butter, carrot, green onion, a squash puree, which I'll leave a recipe for in the description, and some baby peas and corn. Alright, let's get started. First we're going to peel this carrot here. Get rid of that. It's always easy to work with a clean work surface. I'm going to give these a nice oblique cut. So I'm going to start by cutting on the end at an angle. We'll rotate the carrot, cut again at an angle. So get this triangle looking cut. And back again. Back again. Alright, carrots are cut. We have a green onion here. I'm just going to take off the little end. I'm going to cut off all the way until it starts to turn white there. We're not going to use that. You can save it. It's not trash. Use it for garnish on other dishes and whatnot. But we're just going to cut this into fourths, in half, then in half again. Peas and corn are ready to rock already. Now we're going to take saute pan, start getting that thing hot. Beautiful chicken back. I'm going to season this with salt and pepper only. Salt first. Make sure you get it everywhere. Fresh cracked pepper. Season both sides. Alright, here's our stove setup. We got our pan rolling on medium-high heat. We have 2 ounces of oil. We're going to do half of that in a hot pan, super hot pan. Got our airline chicken seasoned up, ready to rock. And let this oil heat up for just a little bit. Make sure we get an even coating around the pan. You know when your oil is super hot when it moves around a lot compared to slowly when it's in the bottle. It's easier to see in person. I'm going to skin down. That's what you want to hear right there. Now I also have my oven on 400 degrees. So we're going to let this saute on the skin side for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to go in the oven for about 7 minutes at 400 degrees, like I said before. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button. Alright, let's see what this skin looks like underneath. Oh yeah. Ready to flip. That was about 7 minutes there on both sides, or on that first side. Skin side down. We're going to flip and we're going to straight into the oven. Now we're going to get going on our veg, which will be accompanying our chicken. So we got our carrots, corn, peas, and scallion, or green onion. We're going to go with the carrots first. We'll go a little bit of oil in the pot. Still got some left from the first little bit that we measured out. Even coating on that thing. And the heat, we're about a 5, so medium heat. Salt and pepper ready. Got our garlic and herbs ready. Go ahead and add our carrots in. Salt and pepper. Go our green onion. And we're not looking for too much color on the veg. Just going to cook it until it's cooked all the way through. Salt and pepper on the green onion. Alright, we're getting a little bit of color on our green onions. We're going to go ahead and add our corn and peas now. As well as our garlic, rosemary, and thyme. Get your salt and pepper on your corn and peas. I'll add 1 tablespoon of butter. Saute all that together. Our chicken should be done any minute now. The herbs are super fragrant. It smells very, very good. Oh, sounds like our chicken timer. Let's see if this bad boy's done. Oh, that looks great. Use my handy dandy thermometer. Chicken is done at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's make sure we're there. And we're good. 167.9. So go ahead and take these out the pan so they don't overcook. Now to start plating. Alright, we're going to cut this into 3 pieces for our plate. Beautiful chicken. Got our squash puree. Just going to put on the bottom of the plate. 1 dollop here. We're going to take our spoon, run it straight across. Sauteed carrot. Just going to put this at a alternating angle. Like so. peas and carrot. Right down the middle there. Now, how much would you pay for this one? Selling this at like 30 bucks at nice restaurants. That pea out of there. There you have it. Pan seared chicken with fresh veggies. It's Papi Larock. About to give you all a taste. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button. Alright, let's go. I'm hungry. Gotta get all that skin in there. That's good right there. Alrighty then, I'm gonna finish eating this. Toodles.